any new trade, right? So this is it. This is it. This is it. This is it. This was this was Friday. So let me just move this. This was Friday. Yeah, this okay, no, this was Thursday. This well, I did not short. I actually bought. Basically, I actually bought. In the Asian session, I actually bought. There was no shorting. If you're there, you may not really short actually. You'd buy rather. So I bought, first of all, I bought to this low. Yeah, I would have actually, I had a setup I was seeing that I knew would, yeah, I had a setup I was seeing that I knew would push up, but I needed to rest. That's one. And I don't need to be thinking about any trade while I'm trying to rest. So I had to close exactly at 4512. I took the trades twice. I bought the first one before 2 a.m. Closed at that price. And it came back down. I bought another one. Well, we're gonna see everything right now. So this is my bias, right? It's gonna pump to this point before attempting any sell, and it has actually been pumping ever since then, right? So I need this other chart to open up so that I'll show you my analysis over there as well. So the main thing was I've seen this happening so many times. Once a low of the previous day is taken out, it's going to buy in, right? We can see, let us go over to other days that happened. Apart from, okay, well, exception for Friday. Friday is an exception, right? Friday is an exception. Friday is an exception. It broke and broke aggressively, right? Um, then we have some other days. Just for the shortest period of time on Monday, last week Monday, right? The next day, okay, yeah, even on Monday, same Monday, kissed the high of Friday, then tapped and went back in. At the low, he swept the low, bought back. On Tuesday cleared the high of Wednesday above, sold back in, right? So I saw that early in the morning, so I know that this is just the market sweeping the low and it's gonna buy in. Okay, since I can't wait for the other chart, let me get into this one. All right. So I would have stayed, right? I would have stayed in that trade. Yeah, I would have stayed and I would have stayed on that trade, right? I would have actually stayed. But so this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the market getting back here and selling, right? So that's my speculation. And if you check the price right here, why did I even choose this point? I don't know why I chose this one. Okay, I chose this one because of I think this is the daily time frame. No, I think I chose this point from the 4 hours time frame. All right. I chose this point from the 4 hours time frame. This low to this low, Fibonacci. But I think Fibonacci has changed now. I think I drew that from here to this point, basically. Yeah. To get was it? Am I correct? Okay, wait, let me see. I think it should be from this point, right? Yeah, exactly. From this point to this point to give the 50%. But as the move has changed right now, I think I have to now adjust it to this, right? How I use it to 4-6. So basically, I'm selling this market to buy into 4-6, 4-6, and 4-6-3, whatever, whatever. So that's why I'm expecting the reversal. So for this morning hours, I'm expecting a clear pump, right, into this area. And right in here, you can see a clear FVG here as well. We have one above here, we have one another here, we have one here. So 1, 2, 3, we have three APGs lying here. So I'm banking on the second one. So my entry is right exactly where this card is, right? 4622, the high of this FVG, right? And okay, it's back up now. The high of the FVG, right? Exactly. So back to this chart, back to the other chart. you're gonna see that back to this other one. Am I on it yet? Uh, network, whatever. Okay, we'll wait on that one. While we wait, let me continue what I'm talking about. So that is what I'm waiting for. So my buy is right. I think this was the chart I took the buy from. So this is where I engaged that buy. This is second buy where I didn't wait for this whole move, basically. Now, this is what made me make this. This is what made me make the first buy. My first buy was, what is this, man? Yeah, can you hear me? You can hear me, right? All right. So, um, the market opened around here, around just somewhere, the 11-ish time. It was floating above the Friday low, right? It was floating above the Friday low. Then by 1:30, it broke, bam, give this very, very low here. My first entry was this pullback here, this exact low. Immediately it swept. Yes. Immediately this low here was swept. I got in. First of all, I didn't get any confirmation. I didn't wait for this move, right? I didn't wait for a confirmation. It was just my gut feeling, right? And whenever I get my gut feeling, I just trust it and enter. Yes, I adapted it at the second entry. Yeah. This is just the move, right? I would have waited a better entry will be after 2 o'clock, right? The market comes into this area, buy. It's slower, not so fast, right? So at least you're sure that it's not the market is giving you a buy momentum or a buy confirmation, right? So I just entered. I just somehow I knew this guy is gonna buy, and I was just targeting the low of Friday. And just I had like 3 accounts here. I set buys on across all accounts. They all hit my TP. I was like, amazing. He came back in. I like, you know what? I can still take this. So I got in, but of course not earlier because I was like, is this guy, sometimes good can shock you, right? Uh, sometimes let me say who's the fourth? Oh, Mr. Richie. Mr. Richie likes Johnny Leeds. But flow with us today, Mr. Richie. Tomorrow, if you can join in the year, we'll talk about what we'll have for wait, what time did I even start this session? Okay, I just started actually. Right, I just started. So, but Mr. Richie, can you flow with us? Are you flowing with us in whatever we're talking about right now? Are you flowing with us? I always cite you on our session.
Yes, yes, I am. Yes, sir.
Amazing, amazing. Okay, so let's flow. After that, I would go back to what we are talking about the very first time, right? Market, what's it called? Um, that has to do with fears. I'll check it, then we'll talk about it, right? So, um, you can see at this point, this would have been a perfect and better entry, right? So I waited. Now, this time, I was no longer, of course, it would be nice to, like, really, yeah, it would be nice to just target the same place you targeted earlier, right? So I aimed for 4516. That's this very high the market made. But on the 15 minutes time frame, on the 15 minutes time frame, I saw something interesting, right? On the 15 minutes time frame, I saw, was it 15 minutes? Yeah, 15 minutes. I saw this FVG. I knew, right? There's no how gold will see this FVG and not respect it, even if he decides to sell today, right? Remember, my bias for the day is bullish. So, and if I see a bullish setup, I jump in, right? So I saw this. I adjusted my TP to 4619, right? That's where this thing actually is. But life and everything, The market was taking too long. Let's go back to the 5 minutes, to the 1 minute. You can see how long the market was taking right here. It's taking so long. It was taking so long. I entered here. Like I said, you see all this. These are my emotions being tested. Though I'll still see my confirmations, right? My low was here. I held onto this rejection. It was a gravestone bar. I forgot the name of this Doge. I held onto this Doge, right? The market kept giving me higher lows. The low came, this low came, this low came, higher lows until I saw this double top, double bottom right here. So these are like mini, mini confirmations I kept seeing that gave me hope that, okay, this market might be very slow, but I'm seeing good progression. So I can remember adjusting my SLs. Just, this is 9.7, right? Just below this double bottom, right? Boom, of course, it gave the move. Just, I think I closed here. First, yeah, this is where I closed. All right, but I knew that this guy's still gonna push. Can you see? Came back, swept this. So this always goes way, right? You can see somehow he's been ranging around here. He gave this move. Of course, he broke above, came, swept this low. Oh, if I had this thing now, I won't see it again. Let me just keep it here. He came in, swept this low. So this like goes momentum, goes way. It needs to always sweep a low before skyrocketing. So someone now, if you are doing trading stop loss, now you can feel, oh, let me set my low here. But if you're just like I've told Henry one time, that's how to do trading stop losses. Don't just trade aggressively. Use wisdom to follow it, especially gold, right? Just give them two steps. If there's two swing here, focus on the lowest swing. Leave the initial one because market always want to catch liquidity there before flying. So what happened? It caught just few minutes after I closed this trade. Just can you imagine? I closed trade here, one, two, three, four, ever 15, boom, 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 boom. This is where we are. Market has been flying upwards ever since, right? So that's it for what I saw, right? Then back to what I'm expecting. Hmm. Yep. So for the longest time, yeah, we've been having um okay, this our downtrend was broken. This prior point that was on the 6th of May. That's when our downtrend was broken, gave a new high, right? So we started looking bullish, right? We saw the high, saw the low, saw the higher high. Okay, this is where the market can resolve. Give us a higher high and a lower low all at the same time. This is when we knew that something fishy is about to happen, right? So, and it's a rule I've understood in the market here, just like what I talked about, manipulation, what is it called, accumulation here, manipulation, distribution, right? Once it does that, once if the low is swept first before the high being swept, expect a bullish move afterwards, right? But if the up is swept first before the low, just expect a pullback, then tank. So we had a pullback around here. We had a zone we are looking at. Market came there, played around a little bit, then boom, tanked aggressively, right? So with that, we are back to our downtrend, right? We're back to our downtrend. So we are waiting for now is another pullback to sell this point. So till the market gets here, we should be looking bullish, right? So that's the sentiment. Till the market gets into this point, we should be looking bullish. And on the 1 minute time frame, I think we are seeing a good trend, a good downtrend on the 1 minute time frame. Once any of this trend is broken, just know that it has activated on the 1 minute time frame. On the 5 minutes time frame, on the what's it called? On the 15 minutes time frame, I think the bullish has activated, right? Mega has been trending downwards until boom, a high, a lower high instead of here. We've been getting the bullish momentum. So this is your confirmation or Q2. Analyze your buy and jump in. I wouldn't say you should start aiming for this point, but look for reasonable points here. Now, if I'm to take this trade, get in, look for a very good point here. Maybe this low here can be my target low. If you do not sweep it, somehow gold can be crazy. Come sweep this, tap into this FVG, then push, right? This this right here will be my target point. What can I use now for it? Just this high here. It's a significant high. Later now I'll be asking myself where did I draw this line, but let me make it faint. So if I'm about to break down a buy, oh, we even missed out our assisted, but that's good. Now you can see this is actually, so let's just do the analysis basically. So these are 5 minutes. High, low, high, low, high. This is a clear low, right? So if I'm to take a buy right now, if I'm to take a buy right now, this is what I'm looking at. Long in here, at least at this point, 16 points. That's too freaking much. Then to this point, right? Or I can just risk 1:2. That's all. Uh-huh. That's all. 1:2. That's what I'm saying. This is a clear whatever. I have enough flow. 16 points, 33 points. 33 points is what price? 4753. So that's what I'm targeting. So let me see if I can just take the trade self. Oh, good. Good. All right. Somehow something is telling me to take the trade. But somehow something is telling me just observe it. So I'm gonna observe it, but I'm gonna take it on my practice account, right? I'm just gonna take it on my practice account, basically. Yes, I'm just gonna take it on my practice account. Right. So let's see how I've been here 20 something minutes, right? Yep. So let's talk about some things. Let me see. I'm gonna take it on my practice account. I'm talking even pages ones. But while we're on that, let's for the sake of Richard as with us, right? Bad guy, bad guy. Well, you have your trade times now. Have your trade times psychology. Okay. Shares, right? Confidence driven trading. Yeah, psychological trust. That's what we talked about the last time. See, it's pushing forward. It's pushing up. I'm trying to take this trade, but finally just giving me the room. Buy. Right. So I have this. I don't want to call it out. So I'll just let it go. So let us just observe. Sometimes observe the market and see how you close that for. Observe. Um, 4521, 4574. Fly. 4521, 4574. Okay, let's watch it. This is just 1:2, right? All right, let's see that. Boom. 16 points. Okay, so now for psychological traps, yeah, we talked about, I think we've talked about fear, greed, revenge trading, overconfidence. And I don't know if we've talked about impatience, right? Impatience, I don't know, is basically entering without confirmation, right? Or before your confirmation, right? Entering without or before your confirmation. All right. For example, no setup. You're not seeing anything, and you still go into the market. Of course, the market goes sideways, you lose. All right. The best solution here is waiting for your entry. If you don't see your setup, you don't trade. All right. Like this very case you are on right now. Yeah, we had to break down everything the best way possible. Why is my network this bad? God. All right. So we wait for our setups, right? We saw our trend aligning in our favor. And now this is the trend from 4 hours time frame. We broke it down to 1 hour, 15 minutes, then five to get our precise entry. Right? Then FOMO. Let's say um if I had tried to, I'm trying to see if I can get a FOMO point here. Okay, let's say I'm looking for a buy right now. Yeah, and I saw this long candle. I'm like, damn, I've missed. You jump in on a buy at this high. And the market, of course, you're jumping here, your stop loss might not be this large. Your stop loss might just be within, boom, you get taken out. Right? You entering late, you're chasing the price. One thing I've learned so far here is setting limit orders. Limit orders are like the most comfortable type of setups. You have a place you're expecting the market to come to. And once it gets there, it activates your trade and you're to go and you're good to go. Right? And you're good to go. Right? Right? You wait, another thing, accept your miss trades. If you miss the trades, fine, amazing. There's no the market repeats itself every single day. You're gonna see similar movements, similar movements, similar movements, similar movements every single day. All right. You also just to wait for that. If you miss your first setup, let it be. As far as you missed the ones he didn't take, he didn't kill himself. Okay, fine, nice. I'm gonna see more setups throughout the week, self. If I didn't see today, I'm gonna see tomorrow. If I don't see tomorrow, I'm gonna see I'm gonna see on Friday. You get. Now, another thing is ignoring your rules, yeah, ignoring your stop losses, trading randomly. One thing I never, will I say, I don't trade, I don't just jump into the market. I know there was a time I was plagued with this bad behavior, right? I jump out like, oh damn, I've not taken any trade today. Like it's an obligation to take a trade. Like you must take a trade without you just go in without doing prior study. Boom, you see something that looks like a buy, you buy. You see something that looks like a sell, you sell. And already that very few moments you're spending on your chart becomes the worst time for your week. Understand? So don't break your rules. Know the time to trade. Once it's not that time, just let the market be. Right? Just let the market be. My times are basically, I think I've added 2:30 or 2 a.m. or early when the market opens. I think I've added that to my time. I have the 6:30, I have the 8:30, and I have the, what's it called? 2:30 p.m. now. Right. So once it's outside of these times, I don't really know what I'm seeing in the market. And most times the movement is always slow outside these times, right? Outside this time, movement is also very slow, right? So when you move stop loss without, I don't know, stop loss movements are great, yeah. But when you move it not out of strategy, you're moving out of fear, right? So trade is going against you. Okay, moving stop loss, I'm talking about here. It's not even okay. The market is coming to your SL, right? And you are drawing it down. Okay, let me do it. Let me cover it. Before you know it, whatever you're trying to make is now way, way less than what you are risking. It's crazy. And funny thing, if you observe most of the time, no matter how you adjust that surplus, market will say is it. I don't know. If you observe most of the time, no matter how you adjust the stop loss, market will still kiss it. Right? So the solution to this one is never move your stop loss emotionally. That's the most important thing. Let it just be out of strategy. You're like, okay, I think this stop loss is too tight. Let me give more room. Let it be out of strategy, not out of fear. Right. So accept your losses. Yeah. Follow your rules. Stay calm. Trade less. It's not about the multiple trades. That's why I don't want to take this. I already taken two trades this morning, right? So I'll rather wait for my sisters. Sorry, whatever I see around London Open. Then of course I still have New York Open. So why the rush? What am I rushing to make? Right? 2 good days in a week. Like I mean, 2 good days, or let's say 1 good week is enough for the month. I don't know how to put it, but there's no rush at the end of the day. It's not about the number of trades you can take. Um, I think that was one particular month, and that should be last month. I took like some something trades. Crazy. I haven't lost myself. Just I lost more. It's just that I was lucky that my wins are higher than wins. Basically, whatever I win is way higher than what I lost. I had a very, very poor percentage performance, percentage, whatever. What am I looking for? Right? Funny enough, the highest number of those trades, those what brother started like saying something happened within 2 hours in a particular day, in a session. So it's not about the number of trades. You're gonna see another day. In 3 days, you took three trades, and the three trades give you the profit that those seven something trades couldn't even give you within that one full month, or within those 3 weeks, or within that whatever time frame, right? So, so at the end of the day, your biggest enemy here, I'm still fighting it. Yeah, I would have left my trade to run till TP, but I couldn't manage my emotions basically. So it's better I take what I can and leave the rest. Feel me? That's why I closed my trade. Um, I missed, I missed, I missed good points I would have taken, right? And close it halfway. So your biggest enemy in this industry is not even the market. If I don't know, there's a misconception about gold. Gold is this one. Gold moves fast, yes, but if you actually settle down to understand it, it moves with rhythm. You also just to dance to the tune. That's all, right? So your biggest enemy here, our biggest enemy here, is our emotions, right? No matter how, see, so long money is involved, right? Emotions will be there. It's just about controlling it, right? Giving it a level of power, right? Giving it a level of power. If you allow it to go override, it messes things up. It's not like you meet what's it called? Um Guys that seem cool. It's not that they don't care. They just need to put their emotions in check, right? They care. Funny enough, when you get very close to these guys that seem so cool, they care the most. Yeah, that they keep their emotions. You don't just see it. It doesn't just surface like that. You cannot see someone that is like crazy cold, having an emotional outburst, shouting, exchanging words with someone, they're just there, calm. You can see what I'm doing right now. The market is giving me a new, is breaking the low I'm looking at. So right now, the market is giving me a tendency that's going to tank downwards, right? So the thing now is, let me hope that I think my essay is like down here, but yeah. The thing is, let me now hope that it won't take me out before making the move it's expected to make for the day. So that's why in your analysis, you also know when to close a trade. Like this, like sometimes, yeah, this will happen. Someone still hope that, oh, I expect this market. It happens to me, yeah. I see a clear break. This market has switched trend. Close your damn trade, nigga. I'm still there waiting for, yeah, I know my initial analysis tells me, yeah, exactly. My initial analysis tells me, uh, oh, this, that. But market is giving you something else. Just close, wait for another confirmation to go in again for your buy. You must, that's another thing. You must not actually sit till you're taking out, right? If you're able to see the confirmation earlier, this is like, look at it now. Come on. I know market has to do a downtrend before buying, right? But on a higher time frame, it shouldn't break a low you're looking at, right? So the transition was low, high, low, high, and of course the low we are looking at has been taken out, right? So the move you are seeing here is not a move that can give you hope. This market doing a reversal to keep dumping. So smart traders just you don't have, let me see, guys giving me. You can simply close the trade. And I just closed mine now, right? Though I'll leave one running though. I'll just leave that one running. Yeah. Close the trade. The funny thing is that it can still go your way. It can still be, remember, right? The time frame you're looking at, it can still be something I showed us earlier. Sweeping above, sweeping below. Oh, now see it now. It swept above first and it's sweeping below second. So what do you think will happen next? It will do a pullback, tank, right? But if I saw this move first, and let me see where that move was similar. Okay, like around here, you can see like several lows here. And of course, the market came, swept this low first. Now someone will think, oh, this market is tanking downwards. What happened next? It came back, took out this high or took out this high, did a retest, started buying. It's always what it is. In this case, it took out, market gave like a lower high. It swept it, even swept this one. Buyers will think, oh, the market is moving forward. Then it comes back to not just sweep this low, sweep this one as well. So there's a tendency that it's just coming back to tank. Remember, I even talked about an FVG around here. That should be on the 15 minutes. Yeah, that needs to be respected still. So perhaps it's making that move to respect this FVG. Maybe during the London session, they now continue its buy move. Whatever it is, that's what I'm speculating, right? So that's just it. Now, if you're not in the chat to see all of this, just make peace with your stop loss, right? If it's your stop loss, fine, amazing. Move ahead with it. All right. So that's it for you today on this session, family. Tomorrow we go again and see what the market has for us. So for now, let's see setup. Let's see what the setup has around from London Open. All right. So cheers and all the best. Richard, I hope you got something from the psychological traps and how to make better decisions while in the trade. We call it better trade management, right? So all the best, family. Cheers and have an amazing day. It's gonna be a blast oh no, it's gonna be an amazing week. It's gonna be a blast, right? Let's hope for the best. And God, of course, would reward our efforts. Right? So cheers. You're welcome, Mr. Fortune. Um, arigato, no. Denada, denada, denada. You're welcome.